What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. Well, hello everyone. For anyone who actually is in the waiting room for any of my streams, I apologize. I'm so new at this. I set up a stream on my mobile for today. This is a few days ago. And I didn't realize that if you set up a YouTube stream on your phone, it will make you stream on your phone, which obviously I didn't want to do. So for anyone who was in the waiting room and then got abruptly booted, sorry about that. But we're here now. We're live. We are playing Silver Age. And we're going to play for maybe an hour. And then I'm going to open this neat little... Let's see, can you see this? Where's my OBS? This neat little gold foil envelope right here. See what's in that. And then we're going to play more Silver Age. So starting with Kayo. Today's Refinement. So last week we played a good amount of Aurora and Kayo and a little Fi at the end. Today we're going to focus on Kayo and Fi. I think Aurora is mostly solved, right? Like the deck ports over very well from Classic Constructed. You put in every 0 for 4 with Go Again. You put in some lightning cards. You burn up Shock, and you're off to the races. I think that's pretty good for now, pretty fixed, pretty solved, as it were, until we get more equipment in Pen Set 18. Kayo, I think, is almost there. We're just deciding really what 2 for 6s we want to play, and then Fi's maybe has some more iteration, but I'm going to start with Kayo and just lock it in. So I made a few changes from last week. I cut some of the 2 for 7s. I cut Give 'em a Piece of Your Mind, and then both Clash of Might and Agility, as well as Wreck-A Romp, and put in, at everyone's recommendation, Rough Up. Obviously very good. It's a 2 for 7 that blocks 3. Because it will always be on in Silver Age Kayo, where we aren't playing any non-attack actions. I'm also trying out High Pitched Howl, sort of in that spot that Vigorous Smash Up occupies in Classic Constructed. If Kayo can bank a Vigor, then he gets these options to play Wild Ride or Pulping into Mandible Claw at the very least for a 2-card 9. But if you get the space to keep a larger hand or just luck into it, you can go Wild Rider Pulping into Bare Fangs or any of our 2 for 6s or even 2 for 7s, and that's really strong. So it's something I'm trying out, and just like Rough Up, it'll always be on. And the other cards that we're trying now are 4 copies of Sirens of Safe Harbor. I think this card is just nuts. And the more I'm hearing people theorycraft Silver Age, the more that we're all kind of coming to the conclusion that Sirens of Safe Harbor is nuts. It's a 2 for 6 at minimum. You get the proc. It's a 2 for 7. But in Kayo specifically, because we're drawing and discarding so much, there is just a chance that we do the Kayo thing and then bank a life from it. If we discard either Sirens of Safe Harbor to our Wild Rides, Pulpings, Bare Fangs, Savage Feast, we just gain a life from that. And so I don't know that the card is going to be nuts, but I think it's worth testing. And because we aren't playing Blood Rush Bellow in Silver Age, non-brute cards don't matter. We can play whatever attacks we want and not be punished for them being generic. Cards I'm not playing still include Humble, I think it could be very good. It's probably something I'll experiment with at some point. And I'm not playing yellow pulping. I don't want that many non-blocks in my deck. I'm currently running the 4 copies of Wild Ride, potentially 4 copies of Bare Fangs, and if I also have 4 copies of pulping, over a third of my deck doesn't block, and I don't think that that's good. I do like the flexibility of being able to block more, so we are going to run this, just see how all of it works, if anything feels clunky, and we can make changes from there. Silver Age Kayo, go to Public Silver Age, and we're just going to run it. Kayo performed very well last week. I think of the 10 games I've played with the deck, I'm on 9 of them. Is Siren's worth in blue even if it's a miss? Oh, I guess it is a miss, isn't it? Oh, I didn't even think about that. No, it isn't. So we'll pop over and make that change right after I queue up into this. I guess we'll also just cut it now. No, you're totally right. Like, this is not a card we should be playing. I think this sideboard is fine. I kind of want to get Pack Hunt in here, but I don't see where I would make the replacement for it, just because it's a popper. Yeah, let's go ahead and edit this right now. Yeah, totally forgot that Sirens of Safe Harbor is a miss, so we will just put Recurrent back into the deck. I'm going first. I am going to send High-Pitched Howl. I want to bank a Vigor. And I'm also going to discard Agile Windup to make a Might and Agility. What does our opponent have going on here? Seeker's Hood. We'll bank an Ash. Waves of Reality will probably not trigger this turn. Mage Master Boots for Double Dragon. I'm going to Arsenal the Strongest Survive. Just hoping to find resources. Blade Beckoner Gauntlet here is only ever going to be worth 1. Yeah, I don't think the dragons are attacks. It's been a while since I've had to care about Dromai. Lucky that we cut the clashes. We cannot clash with dragons. This hand is really good. We're 1 resource short, technically, of being able to do Savage Feast into Strongest Survive, but if we get to pitch a blue, play Savage Feast, use our agility, keep a blue, or draw a new blue, then we get to Mandible Claw, Strongest Survive. Unfortunately, this hand doesn't pop. We have the Savage Feast, but I really want to play that. I suppose I could play Pulping and it's fine. We even still have our agility in case Dromai Arsenal's a defense reaction. Do I need to block this? Not really. I don't think I'm going to need to use my armor on this turn, and I'd rather save my... Did I cut the clashes? I did cut the clashes. Passing Mirage? Oh my god. I was going to save my armor in case of a Kyloria, but I guess I'm fine. Attacking Dromai. Oh, right, because I had the banked Vigor. That's cool. I did cut the clashes. I am playing... now Sirens of Safe Harbor and High-Pitched Howl. High-Pitched Howl, experimenting with it being a 2 for 6 that banks a Vigor, so I can do cool things with Vigor. I guess I could have popped Beaten Trackers there to throw a Mandible Claw at the Passing Mirage. That's interesting. Yeah, the clashes are just like, they're fine. They're never super exciting, you know? So this damage is just all going at Dromai's face, and she's going to have to respect Strongest Survive. I'll Arsenal the Sirens of Safe Harbor. And throw this. It's a bunch of damage. Dromai likely doesn't have... The dragons are 0, but you can't clash with dragons, is the thing. Because they aren't... Clashing is only the attacking hero. Right. It's funny whenever opponents don't block Strongest Survive and then undo, because it's like... People forget that Strongest Survive has text. Also, I don't believe... Yeah, the dragons are non-attack actions, so unlike Gravy's allies, dragons are 0s for Strongest Survive. Nick, I assume that's what you're saying. Dromai can't like show me a whaler and not have to discard. See, so we just get the whole hand here, right? Like Dromai could block 5 and then show me Blaze Headlong, but I guess is more interested in just mitigating the life loss. It's fine with me. Draw into the pulping. I cannot even pop this Ashwing. I'm gonna block with my strapping because I might need the resource. I think I'm risking that Dromai has a defense reaction in Arsenal, and I'm playing the pulping here, as opposed to playing the Bear Fangs and breaking my beaten trackers. Okay, so we just get the damage in. At this point, we have a couple options for how to play the rest of this turn. I could just play Bear Fangs, pitching Strongest Survive. I could break Strapping, try to Strongest Survive. I think what I'm actually going to do is Sirens, pitching the Strongest Survive, Arsenal the Bear Fangs, because I still have my beaten trackers. I just get to Bear Fangs with Go again after this. Want to run a game after this? Yeah, Rob, you can play some games. You can beat me up with whatever Guardian slop you're playing now. Just get a bunch of free damage here. We even gain a life from Sirens. And setting up with beaten trackers. This hand's pretty good. Dromai's even going to give us Blossom here for Miragai. Okay. I'll give you beaten trackers. I don't need to give you Blade Beckoners here. I guess we'd get punished if this is exactly Snatch, but I don't overly care. Let's go ahead and Bear Fangs here. Yes, we do need to pop our trackers. I could break my strapping here and Buck Wild into Sirens if I get anything higher than a 1. I don't really see the point in doing that when I can just Mandible Claw Sirens and Arsenal Buck Wild instead. I'm ignoring Dromai's board. I don't care about any of this. I'm just going to keep sending damage face and rely on the fact that Kayo outputs damage really, really well. And that I'm just going to, at this point, fatigue Dromai. This hand says, yes, I will take 2 for Miragai. I will play Buckwild, pitching Run Roughshod. I will play pitching Wild Ride, and then Arsenal Red Buckwild. And this is all lethal damage. Get to send the old 4-card 12. That's fine. Never super exciting, but it'll be good enough to force Dromai's entire hand. And then we put 7 Power Go again in Arsenal. I love that this Passing Mirage did actual nothing this entire game. We have never once had an opportunity where I looked at a hand and said, yeah, you know what this hand should do? Pop. Send 7 into 6 into Arsenal Wild Ride to make sure that we can keep going. Assume, yeah, Dromai just packs it in. I want a rematch. Yeah, I'll give Dromai the rematch. Never knew you to be streaming. Did you just start doing it? Surprised to be sure, but a welcome one. Yeah, Nightfalls. I started this month. Yeah, just giving it a try. And I really, really like it. I really enjoy streaming Flesh and Blood. I'm trying to do it at least 2 days a week. Every other week I try to do 3. All right, sure. Dromai is going first this game, so this should be a much different game because she can actually make Ash and do the whole thing. Yenderai? What does this hand do? This hand is actually one of the weird ones. Have I opened the gold foil yet? Not yet. Give it about 45 minutes. This is one of the interesting hands that actually kind of doesn't do much. I don't have Go again. I don't have a way to use trackers. If you pull Hammerhead Cannon, we should talk later. We will definitely talk. I think I'm probably Supposed to throw Strongest Survive at Dromai's face. I'm going to pop this Yenderai, assuming I draw a popper, so I'm like not super interested in throwing damage at Yenderai. I thought about the High-Pitched Howl, but I'm just going to Arsenal I'll Arsenal it instead and hope that I draw a popper. Strangely, EU, sure, I'll have mine resolve first. EU-friendly time as well. Yes, that is the nice thing about having, you showed me a Blaze Headlong. Having fans over in the EU. Hey, this hand pops. Hey, this hand doesn't pop anymore. Kind of does. What am I doing? I could Savage Feast here. I could Pulping. Probably Pulping, assuming that I'll block with the Savage Feast. So I'm not going to worry about blocking the Yenderai yet. I'm not intending to use any of my armor this turn. So I will wait until Dromai plays like a Kyloria. Oh my god. Do I care about any of this? I still kind of think the answer is no. I don't think I need to kill the Mira guy, but it's probably smart that I do. No. Discarding the Savage Feast there is a little tragic. I'm going to Mandible Claw the Dromai. I'm going to High-Pitched Howl the Dromai. I'll Arsenal, give him a piece of your mind. It's not great, but it's still something to throw at her at the end of 2 Chain Links. Still have the Passing Mirage out, so maybe killing the Mirror guy there wasn't even right. Just because the first dragon's going to have lose Phantasm anyway, and if I'm just throwing damage at Dromai, well, we'll see. We'll see if this comes back to haunt me. There's the Kyloria, so that's what we were saving our armor for. Kyloria also being a must-kill. So I can put all of my blocking, or all of my usable armor in front of the Kyloria. Dust up for 4. What does this hand do? This hand sends Wild Ride at Dromai into Mandible Claw Kyloria into... I think I need to keep this hand. I could block like this. Keep Dromai off of an Ashwing. And... yeah, Wild Ride face, Mandible Claw Kyloria, give him a piece of your mind face. Or I take 4, go to 13, Dromai makes an Ashwing, and I attempt to do the same thing, but I also have Savage Feast in case I like Wild Ride, keep Savage Feast. I'm going to take 4 here. I think I'm racing. I don't need to care about much of what Dromai's doing. So, Wild Ride Dromai. Pitch Mighty Windup, I guess? Discarding the blue there is unfortunate. I think I am going to end up Savage Feasting Beaten Trackers in here. I don't need to do it now. I can wait until Dromai shows me more of what's in her hand. Savage Feast Dromai. Yes, I will break Beaten Trackers. Drawing the blue there is nuts. So now we do get to Mandible Claw Kyloria, give him a piece of your mind face. Pushing 11 face, getting at least 1 more card, making sure I don't need to care about this Kyloria. Alternatively, I just throw 8 damage face and like, you give me 2 cards. And yeah, let's just not care about the dragons. This is fine. I'm just going to throw damage at Dromai's face and make her give me her hand every turn for the rest of the game. If you can raise and get to presenting lethal every turn, you don't have to worry about 1 Ashwing. Yeah, exactly. I don't need to. I'm at 13. I still have plenty of blocking armor left. I can cheat resources with Barkbone Strapping. Like, I'm totally fine. Scar for a Scar here is pretty good. What am I doing? I would like to block Probably Kyloria with Strongest Survive. And Blade back in her gauntlets, and then my turn will be Break, Barkbone, Strapping, Mandible Claw, Pitch, Smash Instinct, discard Agile Windup, High Pitched Howl, and get Dromai's hand. Do still think that's what I'm doing. I could pop the Ashwing and end Dromai's turn, but I'm just trying to win. This might be greedy. And maybe not killing the Kyloria was greedy. Gonna find out. Break Strapping, get a 3, cool. Dromai might not have to give me her hand here, and this might be where leaving the Kyloria alive is gonna screw me. If she gets to keep, like, another Scar for a Scar, then I'm in trouble. But if she has at least 2 blocks, then she has to give me her hand, and I don't have to respect this Kyloria. There we go. Pulping here is going to be great. Is there any way that Dromai can kill me from 2 at instant speed? I think the answer is no. And I don't see what she could draw that lets her keep going. I mean, I can't... I think this is fine. If Dromai was playing Rake over the Coals, then that's actually really good in this position. We get to Strongest Survive here. Yeah, it's exactly Coals, where I'm like, that could be a problem. Sand cover here is pretty good. We're just going to send the breakpoint and hope that she can't keep doing that. She cannot keep doing it. Seen them on Tooth of the Dragon. Tooth of the Dragon would be another good one. Okay. Invoke Mirror Guy in the arsenal. Was she playing either of these cards? No. But those are both very good cards to have. I mean, I've just been very impressed by Rake in Fi. So I can see that also being good in Dromai if you just stack the Ashwings and no one is respecting your dragons. Rob, let me send you this link. Get some customs here. Play against an actual real opponent who's going to play some degenerate Guardian slop. It just kills me. Yeah, Tooth of the Dragon is another good... I think Dromai has a lot of potential in Silver Age, actually. Depending on how the meta shakes out, if no one's playing Poppers. Well, the Bright Axe, I guess I go second. Do the Guardian board. Which this is correct. Yeah, see what happens. Now playing Pulping into Guardian. That might just be like a holdover from Classic Constructed that I don't have to care about in Silver Age. Boulder Hold, Guardian attack it's +2. I know what Civic Steps does. Richter Scale is very good. Great 2 Seismic Surge tokens. Civic Peak, you're going to bait me into giving you card draw. Witchable. Perfect opening turn. Block out everything my opponent does and set up agility. That's kind of interesting. Depending on what I discard and draw, Savage Feast here could be really good. If we discard a blue and then draw a blue, I get to Strongest Survive. I also don't think Strongest Survive is as good as I'm giving it credit for. We did not get to keep our red, which is a shame. Hey, look at us. Giving Volda a Seismic Surge. This deck is cheating. The greatest players in the world. I guess that's the other way that we get to do this line that I didn't think of. Weirdly seeing our opponent not on Any Blade Beckoner equipment really speaks positive, highly of what Guardian is capable of doing. The fact that their equipment suite means that they actually get to play like good stuff. Opponent gives us a bunch of armor, keeps a 5-card hand, means that we're just going to get pummeled out of our minds. Maybe I'll draw my Beast Within. Guardian takes 7. You're going to show me some big attack. Disenchantment, 6 for 10. Yeah, that's spooky. Hey, this hand sucks. Promising terrain, anytime you make... yeah, this definitely looks like a pummel. Which means that I just do... block like this. You pummel me. I discard my Mighty Windup. We just reset. I guess I could also put... I don't have to put trackers in front of this. I'm fine just blocking 9. If we take 3 here, we take 3. Otherwise, I'm just going to send Mandible Claw. Try to get a little armor here. Vala could give us the Civic Peak here, give us a card and make 2 Seismic Surges. Hey, we need some of those blues from the last hand. Gauntlet, you're giving this +2. 12, still representing pummel. Here's where we'll start putting armor in front of this stuff. If we get pummeled here, we're taking 12. We're going to discard our Wild Ride and then just Bare Fangs. There's the pummel. I've heard people say that pummel should catch a ban in Silver Age. I haven't had enough experience with it, but I could definitely see, like... I guess we'll discard the Bare Fangs. I'll try to keep a Wild Ride. I definitely, I get why you would ban pummel in Silver Age. It's just clearly very good. Do I want to claw here? I think the answer is no. Really not threatening lethal either way. Yeah, I could see why you would ban pummel. It's just extremely strong in Silver Age to... There's no defense reactions, and forcing your opponent to discard a card is pretty strong. Yeah, giving us the Civic Peak here is something I should have played around, because we're going to take an intellect penalty at this point. We can't do anything with this extra card. Crash and Bash, you create a Seismic Surge token, I have to Arsenal, and we're just going to get disabled for 10 Dominate. Okay, we get Bindings instead. How am I blocking this? Block there. Block there. Take 5, go to 3. Our hand goes Wild Ride, Pitch Buckwild, Hope. I suppose that's good enough. Do we need to break beaten trackers? No, we don't. We're just going to Mandible Claw Rough Up. Opponent has 1, 2, 4 points of armor left on the board. Yeah, I think this game might be done. Very impressed by Valda here. I don't even know that we drew poorly. Valda just did cool Valda things. Civic Steps gives us a Quicken that we can't benefit from. We're just sending more damage. Putting Valda down to 4. We've got Rough Up coming in for 7. This could be Civic Steps plus a card from hand, going down to 1. It could be 2 cards from hand. I don't think I know what this is. Titan's Fist coming in for 4 says that we can block with Blade Beckoner Gauntlets, but then we still have to give a card from hand, putting us on 3. We can maybe cheat it. Unmovable from Arsenal. Okay. Cover 6. Tie it up at 3s. His hand isn't great. I think we are supposed to pack hunt here. as opposed to high-pitched howl. They both come in for 7, but one of them might make our opponent's turn more difficult. If Civic Peak gets used for blocks, we give Volta a Seismic Surge, but then we get to Arsenal whatever we draw. Have any Savage Feasts left? No, that's unfortunate. Do I want this in my arsenal? I think it's fine. Like, it isn't great, but it means that we can block more aggressively. Joke Slam for 6? Joke Slam for 6 is not super... it's not threatening. It doesn't kill us. But I also don't really know how we're supposed to block. Oh, Mr. Lupinefiasco, I saw your Sage check on February. Am I correct in understanding you run 18 blues with me Incarnate? Give them a piece of your mind as a switchboard? Yes. I like Give them a piece of your mind into aggro where they aren't going to block. And I like Reincarnate for the longer matchups where they do block. Because if I can discard it, I'm playing towards not getting fatigued. I feel like there is a way to turn this into something. It means that we're rolling strapping, which I don't love. But I guess at minimum, I think I have to make this block, unfortunately. I don't think there's a way around it where I get to do something more exciting. I have to roll strapping here. 5 gives us 2 resources, which is really nice. Yeah, so I get to Mandible Claw, discard Agile Wind Up, which should be enough to strip most of our opponent's hand. We also bank a Might and Agility. Getting Pummel there is pretty cool. And then attack for 6 should take 2 of our opponent's cards. We're going to have to deal with a Titan's Fist. Even if the Titan's Fist is only 3. Russian Bash, you show us a Choke Slam. Okay, so it's going to be Choke Slam for 8. Which is extremely spooky. That's really good. We unfortunately have to block 9 here. And we'll just Mandible Claw for 4. Try to get 2 cards out of our opponent. Ooh, that's not good. That is game. We cannot stop ourselves from dying with these 4 reds. Yeah, that was gross. It was really, really gross. I think Guardian generally is going to be very strong in this matchup. We went second that game, so we'll go first in this game. Still doing the Guardian board. Maybe Pulping's good enough, but we did just see Unmovable from our opponent. I think you generally don't want to play Pulping into Guardian. Same as CC. Setting up here, we are not going to give Volta a chance to filter. Just going to Arsenal this Rough Up. The hand that we draw into is very bad. It blocks, but we don't have Go Again, and we don't have a way to use our Beaten Trackers. That's a pretty good combination. Promising Terrain into Heaving to cheat the card draw with Promising Terrain. This is a card that I kind of can't believe is rare or a common. I always thought that was a Majestic. Does this card even exist in real life? I don't actually know. I'm not sure if this card is actually real or if it only exists in the ProQuest promos. Binding of the Old God for 10. What are we doing? I don't think I need to give armor here. Block with Wrecker Romp. Again, like, these hands don't convert. I kind of want to get pummeled here just so I can do something with my cards. Like, this is really unfortunate that we just aren't drawing things to convert. Ever seen a Valda IRL? That's because it generally sucks. Like, we're going to lose this game. We just can't. We're not drawing anything that has go again. Does she even exist? She is a real deck. You can actually play Valda in real life. Hey, well, if we drew Savage Feast, I think it's probably too late. Keep these cards. Still no pummel from our opponent, but just like, we aren't doing anything. I think we could have blocked with Sirens there. Submit. Yes, we have to break Beaten Trackers. That's a pretty good draw. Mandible Claw Rough Up. It's from GMP, so you never... Yeah, of course I never opened any Mastery Guardian Mastery Pack. My understanding is no one should have opened Mastery Guardian Pack. It was just a bad set. I'm excited for our opponent to block with 2 cards and then 1 card 10 us. I don't feel as bad. Valda is also an incredibly bad matchup for Kayo in real life. Use Hemel did? Exactly. Hemel, our Lord and Savior. 10 dominate. 12 dominate. Oh, it's... what am I even doing this game? Take 6, lose my arsenal. Strongest survive for 8, discard Agile Windup. Yeah, we're super dead. I don't think we drew particularly well this game, but Valda is also just doing gross things, and she was also taking intellect penalties. So it isn't even like, oh, if we had drawn our Wild Rides or a Savage Feast and Bare Fangs to break this earlier, then we would have been like in a great position. I think we still would have been behind. So we want to go second into Guardian for sure. You show me some bullshit that doesn't matter. Enchantment for 10. I need to block with everything I can block with. Yeah. We still just go to 1. Hey, I get to Wild Ride. Wow. What an incredible series of events. I get to not threaten lethal against my opponent. Yeah, this is brutal. This is not a good matchup for us, even a little bit. Make a sizing shirt. Opponent does a thing. I guess I pretend that I don't just die. Wow, I'm so surprised. Yeah, this is gross. Average value per turn was a lot higher than I thought it was. Rob, we'll do 1 more so that you can beat me 1 more time, and then I'll queue up with a different deck. This deck is dumb. Yes, it is. Give me a sec. I'll bring something else. Yeah, Valda looked very impressive here. So with Fi, I guess? Kind of curious to see how Fi does into Guardian. This one also might be super doomed. Oh, gotta get back to work. Okay. No problem. Thanks for beating me up. Yeah, that was pretty gross. Let's run a little more KO. I want to get maybe 20 more minutes in. So far, Siren, the changes have felt good. Rough Up is good. Hypertel, I think, is a pretty solid addition. Definitely better than either of the clashes I could have been playing. And Sirens of Safe Harbor is, like, not bad. I want to get more reps with it, but I think there's something here for sure. I don't know if it's worth teching against Guardian with, like, Bash Guardian. I guess it becomes okay. It's a 2 for 7 that maybe hits a Seismic Surge. But I don't know if that's what I was missing from those games, right? Did I make a public queue? Go. Play into me. Fight me, opponents. How rough is it that Pummel is still legal with no forward defense D-reacts? Oh god, Azalea. I guess first into Azalea? Just like the old days. So I don't think that either of the games that I lost there were winnable if I don't get pummeled. Play Stronger Survive. That's got to be good into Azalea, right? Over Bear Fangs, it doesn't block. We'll do Reincarnate. It blocks 3. I don't think the pummel super mattered in any of those games. Either of those games. I think I was going to die either way. I have heard... Oh, that blue would have been nice. But yes, I have heard, like... Pummel is a card that should be banned just because it's very good. More on like power level than anything. Should be okay into Azalea's Kayo. I feel like that's true. As much as I prefer the Savage Feast than the Wild Ride, I'm going to Arsenal the non-block and keep the 3-block in case I have to block here. I know I'm afraid of Azalea because she has easy dominate. Her playing blue Read the Glide Path, though, feels pretty solid. It's also a matchup where my gloves do literally nothing. That isn't true, they block 1. But I only get 1 out of my gloves instead of 2. Azalea into Dominated Headshot for 10? Oh, with let for 13? Yeah, you're short a resource, my friend. 13 Dominate on hit Blood Rot. It's pretty good. What am I doing this turn? I believe I'm playing Savage Feast, pitching Assault and Battery, and breaking my trackers here. So I guess I'm keeping all these cards. I don't think that I am starting with Wild Ride because I want to try to draw a blue. Yeah, like, you should be okay. This is why people are afraid of Azalea, because she just does, like, a bunch of damage with Dominate. Yes, I do need an action point. Like, she just does strong, cool things. Which can be hard for decks to deal with. Like, Dominate in this format is really good. It's the problem with Pummel, too. It isn't so much that the D-reacts don't exist. It's that, oh, I needed to discard you. It isn't that the D-reacts don't exist. It's that you can pair Pummel with Dominate. We get 2 resources. That's pretty cool. I guess I'm supposed to throw Bear Fangs here. I maybe even gain a life. Oh, that would have been nice to keep. I get cards from Azalea. That's the point. Azalea has to give me at least 2 to not be dead. I'll go to 9. Azalea does nothing with her single card. No. Arsenal. I draw not the good go again, but some go again. So I get to throw 12 this turn and then gain a life back up to 10. Yeah, like, this is where I'm like, I think we might be okay into Azalea. Just because Kayo can output so much damage. But I get why people are afraid of her. Dominate in this format is very strong. Give me another card, please. She goes to 1, I go to 10. What's your red tip? Oh no, bad Azalea. Turn 3 in the game is over, quick games. This is also an aggro mirror. Like, let's not pretend these games wouldn't also be quick if this was CC. Azalea, Kayo, and CC is also a very fast game, where you both just throw a bunch of damage at each other. You put a card on top and a card on bottom. This is Drill Shot for 7. I block 2, take 5, go to 5, send 13. This should just be game. Oh no, my knucklehead. How was everyone's weekend? How'd everyone's pro quests go? I went undefeated with Syndra. Yeah. I went undefeated with Syndra until the finals of my event. My opponent and I prize split, so I lost to a Verdance. On the one hand, oh dang, lost to a Verdance, don't go to Yokohama. On the other hand, we gave Verdance some LL points, so that's a big win. And then we prize split, so hang out for 15 more minutes and I'll open this shiny little envelope. Gravy Bones, we don't talk about it. Sorry, Nick. I don't think I've played against a Gravy Bones yet. So Pulping goes in because I need Go again. I guess we play Give Him a Piece of Your Mind? Strongest Survive... I'll play the Agile windup for more Go again. Strongest Survive is kind of interesting here. Because the allies... this hand is almost good. Because the allies do have power. So if I hit with a Strongest Survive, Gravy could, like, show me a Rigor Mortis. Ooh, I get to block. What am I blocking with? I guess High Pitch Towel? Card is good, but I would like either a blue or a yellow so that I can Buck Wild Bear Fangs. You discarded Oyston the Boyston. It'll be an interesting game against Gravy, as now I will be forced to remember which allies are legal in Commoner in Silver Age. Like, oh right, Oyston. Forgot about you. Good old Draft Chaff over here. Headstone. Blocks 1. Put a card in your graveyard. Blocks 1. Ooh. Buccaneer's Bounty is so good. I forgot that it blocks 1. It's just Garland of Spring, but blocks 1. Washed Up Wave. You may discard a card or destroy the top card of your deck. If that card has Watery Grave, this gets +2. Okay. Put Swabby in graveyard. Are you going to play Swabby? I'm kind of fine with Swabby here. I'll block 6. If it's Oyston, I'll block 3. Okay, it is Swabby. Unless you just pass your turn, you don't get to keep an arsenal. This works for me. Pitching Limpet. Yeah, I'll take 1 here. That's fine. I have the option to Beaten Trackers if I need to. I really want Go again on this turn so I can Mandible Claw the Swabby. There's no Fearless Confrontation in this format, so I'm not concerned of like getting blown out somehow and I don't get to kill the Swabby, or I have to put more resources into killing the Swabby. Unfortunately, again, we don't have the blues, so I am gonna Bear Fangs here. Hoping to find a blue. So that I can like if I could discard Buckwild and draw a blue, ugh. Alright, submit. I need to break my trackers. I don't think I'm supposed to strapping here because I need a 6 exactly to do something with my turn. So I'm just going to pitch Bear Fangs, Claw the Swabby, Arsenal Buckwild. I also haven't blocked with my strapping yet, and I really want to. This is another matchup, thinking about it, where Gauntlets only gets 1 value instead of 2. I'm wondering now, is it worth considering a second option for like race physical matchups where I don't need Arcane Barrier, where it's worth playing something besides Gauntlets? I just don't know what it would be. Like, Bracers of Belief is the easy one for a hero like Aurora because you just play 40 reds and you always get 2 out of your Bracers, but with Kayo, most of my deck is not red, so I'm never getting 2 out of my gloves. And 2 is the magic number for equipment. Because of Blade Beckoner's Gauntlets, that's your floor, so if you're not getting 2 out of your equipment is bad and you should play something else, like Blade Beckoner equipment. So I don't know. I don't know what Kayo could play. I feel okay in this matchup right now. There is an Oyston in Gravy's graveyard. This hand rocks. I get to send 15 damage at Gravy. Gauntlets are banned though. Which gauntlets? Blade Beckoner Gauntlet is legal. Bracers of Belief is also legal. Which I think those are your two. Unless you have class-specific equipment, those are your two. Depending on the kind of deck you're playing. You play Bracers of Belief if your deck is entirely red, which like Aurora can be. Battalion Bark for, hello, opponent. Battalion Bark for 7, question mark? Oh, Goliath Gauntlets, yes. That's probably why I didn't think of it, because I at least knew that one was banned. I'm not blocking this. I guess I'll put my Knucklehead in front of it to make sure I'm maximizing my armor value. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Yes, you're right. Goliath Gauntlet would have been the optimal Kayo gloves. I just wouldn't even be playing Blade Beckoner Gauntlets. I guess they are just the gloves you play, right? Like, there's no world where if you can get 2 out of different gloves that you wouldn't just play those. We're just sending a ton of damage at Gravy and arsenaling a Pulping so I can try to kill him next turn. We're sending 15. He at least needs to give me 1 card. That isn't true. I guess he could... No, he needs to give me 1 card. Never mind. If he blocks with equipment for 3, he dies, so he needs to give me a card at least. Strongest Survive for 7, we get to see if this card is good or not. Like I said, if Gravy takes the 8 here, gives me a card, shows me Rigor Mortis from the Strongest Survive, it's really bad. Unlike the Dromai Dragons, Gravy's allies do have power. Also, letting Gravy discard is maybe not great. Maybe that's something to think about with Strongest Survive. I could just be playing... Pack Hunt instead. Instead of a 3 for 7, it's a 2 for 6, but it doesn't give Gravy a discard outlet, and maybe he does need a discard outlet. God, Loot the Hold is legal in this format? That's sick. I might ask for a rematch against this opponent. I want to see more of how Gravy does. You did discard to Washed Up Wave. I got no problem with that. Strongest Survive, no longer threatening lethal. It was better than +2 of Ritual +6 value in Bullseye Bracers. There are a few class pieces of equipment that I think should be banned. I don't know yet about Bullseye Bracers. My big one is Beaten Trackers. This card is way too good in all of the brutes. Like, I don't even think Kayo is the best one who uses Beaten Trackers. I think Rhinar uses Beaten Trackers better than Kayo, and it's just gross. It blocks 1 and then gives you an action point for doing something that your deck wants to do anyway. I could see that going. Barkbone Strapping has been kind of okay. I could see it going too. I think LSS with Silver Age is going to be in a weird spot where either they need to ban a bunch of class equipment or they need to print a bunch of class equipment to bring everyone up to the same level. Should be Blue Restless Bones. Okay. I am super down with Gravy playing the Arsenal because then I know it isn't a defense reaction and this Pulping is going to get through. Thoughts on Warriors? With most D-Reacts being banned, I hope they are good. I haven't played too many of them yet. Oyston from Arsenal? Gross. I played against Great Axe Olympia, which is not doing a Warrior thing, and that felt fine. I played against Old Kasai, and that one felt really good to... That one felt bad to play against. She had a bunch of reactions and, like, very difficult to play around. Sorry, what am I doing this turn? I think I'm playing Buckwild into Pulping rather than leading with Pulping. I could Pulping... No, I'm supposed to Pulping first. I know that this is a hit. I know that this is not a defense reaction, so we'll send the Pulping and then just see what the hand turns into. I can still use my Strapping. Didn't they say they're printing a bunch of rare class equipment in Pen? I don't know. I didn't watch that keynote. I'd believe it. I hope they do. There's some equipment I think is too strong unless every class gets a cool piece of equipment. Like if every class gets something akin to beaten trackers, not necessarily cheating action points, but power level, I could see that being okay. But for now, some classes, I think the more dominant classes, if you look at win rates over the past week, show you which ones do have the good equipment. So like Brute is doing very well because they have really good equipment. I mean, Knucklehead is KO specific, but strapping beaten trackers. Ninja is doing really well. Let's close the chain here. I am going to break my strapping so that I can decide what I'm doing with the rest of my turn. Sick. I am just playing High Pitched Howl. Coming in for 6 is going to give me 2 more cards from Gravy, and then I arsenal this Buckwild. I wanted 1 more resource there so that I could Mandible Claw as well, but, you know. Yeah, Ninja's really good, Brute's really good. I think Runeblade is really good. The problem is that the Runeblades are all a little hard to play. Like, Chain is difficult and can variance his way out of wins. Yeah, that's reasonable. Chain is difficult and can variance his way out of wins. Vincent is difficult and can variance her way out of wins. Florian and Viscerai have got to be good, right? Like, you just stack rune chance and then kill people. Aurora and Briar are both very strong, but they can't use any of the Runeblade equipment because they don't care about rune chance or auras or paying resources into Sutcliffe's Suede Hide, so those need a little work, but I think rune chant has got to be good. We're close enough. Let me make my little thing here so big. Hello, it me. I'll even scoot it over so we can do gold foil open. Yeah, so played at my Pro Quest. I don't understand where LSS wants the power level of Sage to be. I like where it is currently. I think the top decks either need to be brought down a little, like Guardian is very strong. Again, good equipment, good class equipment. Apparently Ira's winning everything, so that could be. But yeah, I'd love to see other classes get brought up to where the good classes are. So opening my little envelope, this is from my Pro Quest. I came in second, but we did a little prize split. So, I got this envelope. I'm going to open it like this so that we'll all see at the same time what it is. Technically, you'll see before me, and then I'll get to react. What are the good hits? Snapdragon Scalers, Mask of the Pouncing Lynx, Most Majestics. I've seen a lot of Helm of Sharp Eye open, and that card sucks, so maybe not that one. Any of the weapons. Let's see. Bum-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Oh my god. It's a Starfall. Literally the one piece of equipment, the one pull that I didn't want because I have a gold foil Starfall. Like, literally, it could have been anything else. Now I have 2 Starfalls. I can dual wield. I can play Aurora in LL and Silver Age and not need to switch my weapon. So, I have a Starfall now. Holy, if I didn't already have one, that would have been like the best pull. And yet, I do have one. So that is unfortunate. Now that being said, if I'm thinking about the other gold foils that I've seen pulled at my Pro Quests, last week's was Helm of Sharp Eye, which I would not have wanted. And the week before was something so unimpressive that I can't remember what it was. So of all the Pro Quests I've been to, there has not been a gold foil that I'm like, yeah, that would have been a nice one to pull. See, for Aurora to come back in July. I already have one, though. That's the problem. Give me 1 minute. Now I have 2. What am I going to do with 2 Starfalls? until Aurora gets to dual wield. Now I just have 2 Starfalls, and I don't know what to do with them. Yeah, I guess, but Stonks are going to be good. Yeah, I guess I'm just waiting for Aurora to either take off in Silver Age or LL, or come back in Classic Constructed as new Aurora that gets to use old Starfall, and then I'll sell it. That's so wild. Literally 1 pull that I didn't want. Of anything else, it could have been the most dog shit. Hobby Corpus Gallantry Gold. That would have been okay, because that one I think we'll see play in Silver Age at some point. Literally, of the entire pool of gold foils, there was 1 pull that I didn't want, and it was Starfall. That's hilarious. Well, could have gone to Yokohama instead. Anyway, we're playing Phi now. We're playing against Kayo. I probably didn't want Wax on here. Good luck, have fun. But I forgot that my Ninja board does have a D-React in it. I think this should just be on the horizon. What does this hand do? This hand just sends damage, right? It's KO. I know what Brutes do. They have cards in the deck that don't block. Having the Wax on, I mean, the Wax on is sweet. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not happy to have a D-React, because now I get to play around pulping, which is pretty cool. I was supposed to review the changes I made to my file list from last week. Oops. I guess we'll get to that after this. As you can see, we'll go through some of the changes. As you can see, the equipment is different now. I am playing Tearing Shuko and Pouncing Paws at the recommendation of Dark Odious in chat last week. Ninja, like I said, has the broken equipment, and these are 2 of them. I'm not playing the Tiger Chest, which blocks 1, has Battle Worn, breaks for a resource, but only when you have attacked with a Crouching Tiger that turn. The 3 pieces of equipment all work really well together. The reason I don't want to play the chest is because it only works when I break the other 2 pieces, and I don't want to be locked into that. I had enough games last week where my hand was like Mounting Anger, Demonstrate Devotion. Like, this is the sort of hand where I'm probably going to have to break Garland for this, and I don't want to need to also break my Tiger equipment to get the resource. Phi is goated in this format. I think Phi is actually pretty good. Because of Rake Over the Coals specifically, you just get to do some pretty gross stuff. What am I doing with this hand? This hand really needed any of these to be a blue, to be functional, and instead it is not functional even a little bit. I think I'm hoping that Kayo plays Bolting, and I get to stuff it and then, like, Arsenal Rake. Pitching 2 reds to send Bear Fangs is not bad. Are you going to use your trackers? So I might need to break Garland this turn. I don't want to also have to break my Tiger equipment, because I really want to use the Tiger equipment on my Rake Over the Coals turn. Kayo did not break trackers, so I believe what I'm doing with this hand is blocking with Dragonfire. I have a few options, so I could break Garland, Mounting Anger, pitch Fire, play Demonstrate Devotion, and that sets up for the big Rake turn. That might just be greedy compared to, like, blocking more. I can Garland, Mounting Anger. Like, I could block 8, Garland, Mounting Anger, Arsenal, Rake, and just be fine without the fealty. But I think I am trying to set up for, like, a big turn. So I will just play Wax On to clear my arsenal. I'm going to break Garland, Mounting Anger, Pitchfire for Demo Devo, get a fealty, and then I can do my, like, hopefully big combo turn after that. Oh, hi, Bun. I didn't realize he was here. Oh, discarding Might he wind up even? It's pretty good. We'll break Garland. Sending the good old 3-card 8. Sick. Sick plays. My Mounting Hanger doesn't even have an on-hit because I'm going to follow this with a 1 cost. But we're setting up. That's what Fi seems to do very well in this format, is just be a combo deck. Hey, sweet boy. You can't see him, but I have a little boy in my lap. So unbanning Ninja Mask would not really be something wise to do. No. The Ninja Mask is really good. Hit 3 times, draw a card is very strong. I think it even blocks one. No, it has, surely it has Blade Break. Oh, wait. Oops. For the start of this turn. Sorry. I didn't realize that I pitched the wrong card. I pitched my Rake instead of my Dragonfire. Well, now opponent knows that we have a Rake in hand. Modevo pitch Dragonfire. Now we're doing the thing. Opponent going down to 3 cards feels pretty good. Makes me wonder if they are going to Savage Feast me. Or if they just don't have Go Again or a way to use Beaten Tractors. We will find out. This hand is great. Hey, it's pulping. Oh, they're also on the Sirens tack. They're on yellow Sirens. Maybe that's something to think about. I don't know. I usually feel blue starved in Kayo, so I don't know that I would replace a blue with a yellow, and I don't know that I would replace a red with a yellow. I think yellow Sirens might be cooking too hard. What does this hand do? This hand does Brand, Bittering Thorns, Rising Resentment, Emberblade, Break My Shuko, and Pouncing Paw. I mean, this hand goes nuts. We're going to send it and see what happens. Okay. Hi, I know, you're so sweet. Brand first. Let me just make sure that these are instants. Yes, they are. Sadly, I don't think this is like the nuts hand. But it will do a lot of damage. I do think I could have sequenced this differently so that I did Break Fealty, play Bittering Thorns, hold the Rake. So if opponent blocks for 4, like puts Barkbone and a 3 block in front, I do get the on hit. That would have worked a lot better if I hadn't mispitched on the last turn and opponent didn't know that we have Rake over the coals. But if I'm going to use my Fealty and my Brand with Cinderclaw this turn anyway, then yes, I can go ahead and throw the Fealty first. Opponent gives me all their armor. Alright, well, they're getting hit, so. We can follow up with Emberblade for 5. Opponent giving me all the armor here means that they want to keep every card in their hand. This hand says that they will not get to do that. Boop, boop. Get to throw Tiger for 3 here into Phoenix. I'm pushing 9 more damage this turn. Oh, oops. That is a critical step. Okay. Tiger for 3. Phoenix Flame for 2. Rising Resentment for 4. I wish this Rising Resentment was Lava Burst. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be like the Nutso turn. But see, Rake here is a 0 for 6. I've been very impressed with Rake over the coals. Opponent's going to have to give me another card for me. And if you're giving me a 2 block there, I don't feel great about your chances here, opponent. Alright, Rising Resentment for 4. Let's see it. Let's see what opponent can afford to give me. Opponent's dead? Oh no, opponent. I've been there. 16 value per turn, pushing 22 on the last turn. Reading finally done. Did I miss the gold foil time? You did miss the gold foil time. I opened literally the only gold foil that I didn't want to open, which is Starfall. And I didn't want to open it specifically because I now have 2 Starfalls. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the second Starfall. It's literally, it could have been anything else, and I would have felt fine of like, oh, I can trade it. Oh, I can sell it. I just also got in my head, like, I really wanted Ninja. Do I care about D-React here? I really wanted, like, ooh, it's going to be something that I can use in Silver Age. Like, the hits were going to be Snapdragon Scalers or Mask of the Pouncing Lynx. Really, any Majestic. Weapons are still nice, and as soon as she comes back in CC and can use it, or she's good in Silver Age, like, it's not the worst hit, but I think this is, let's do that. I don't know how much I value the D-React versus, see, could have had a Gallantry Gold. How much do I value the D-React versus having a 3 block or a 4 block? Dawnblade for 3, we are going to block like, this is Classic Constructed. Also, you don't have Twinning Blade, so if I just give you my entire hand, then I get there. Yeah, I won't tell you that Starfall is a bad hit. It just wasn't the hit that I wanted. On the Horizon is terrible here. Actually, it's fine. I can pitch it to the Mounting Anger. This is fine. This hand is a little less flexible because it's on the Horizon. But it isn't like I just don't get to use it here. I don't have to, like, IP myself or do some weird, like, I'm pitching to Fi early just so I can get this out of my hand. It does make me feel like maybe it should just be Wax On all the time. Except for Guardian specifically. You giving me your 1 block piece of equipment there. Feels pretty okay. Seen a lot of Take It on the Chin in Warrior. Opponent not being able to just give me armor to stop the on-hit feels pretty good. Which means I'm going to get to banish my Phoenix Flame to the Mounting Anger. And push an extra piece of damage. Yeah, the Starfall's good. Starfall it's a fine hit. Either CC Aurora will be able to use it again. She'll be relevant in LL or Silver Age. I'll get something for the Starfall. It is just hilarious to me that of the entire pool of cards in the gold foil envelopes, literally the only one, this hand sucks, literally the only one I didn't want. I did open a gold foil Starfall. Literally the only card I didn't want to open. I don't think I need to give Blade back in her here. I think I can just block 7, which plays around a 1 for 3. It doesn't play around a 1 for 4 in Puncture, so maybe I'm supposed to give Blade back in her there? Are you looking to make a kind donation? Depends. Are you looking to make a donation to my bank account? Bittering Thorns here is still pretty good, right? It's a 2-card 8 if it hits. It's a 2-card 7 if it doesn't. Like, it's not terrible. It's just, like, the 3 blues there are not good. It also means that I'm looking now at a hand with no blues, which is really not what we want to see. Depends. I will probably sit on it for now. Wait for Silver Age to take off so I can get some stonks. This hand also doesn't function. These are some rough hands. Just block 9. I'm gonna Renegade on top. Cool. I'm gonna throw Snatch. Opponent's gonna have to give us some cards. How much would a gold foil Starfall go for anyway, just out of curiosity? So when I bought mine, Aurora was in the tail end of her CC career. She had 2 weeks left. And I paid 200 store credit. So my floor for Starfall is 200. I think if I was going to sell it now, I would get less than that because she isn't playable in CC. She's only playable in Silver Age, and we're all kind of waiting to see where Silver Age is going to end up. But yeah, I wouldn't want to sell it if I wasn't getting 200 at least. Does this hand do anything? I haven't seen a rake yet, so I kind of want to arsenal, which means that I'm just not blocking, and I'm going to Ronin, Emberblade, demonstrate Phoenix Flame, Arsenal, Mounting Anger. GS are pricey. They are and they aren't, right? Like, on the one hand, yes, they're pricey because they're more than, like, the cold foil counterpart most of the time. In other cases, they used to be a lot more pricey. Like, the gold foil market now is not good. It used to be much better than it is currently. Hi. Hello, my sweet boy. I think this is the next improvement I need to make for my stream, is get a second camera that I can just point at wherever Bun is, so that you can all see how handsome he is all the time. Bank of Fealty. This hand only works. Like, at this point, I'm just playing for a rake over the coals. There's so many pro quests and RTNs during the year. Market is worse how. People are not paying as much for gold foils anymore. The market is saturated because there are so many pro quests and RTNs. So many of them are not good, or like of marginal use, that people just aren't buying them the way that they used to. 3 go again. My hand says I get to play Mounting Anger, Emberblade, Blaze Headlong, Phoenix. Yeah, this hand just pushes. I could even use Garland here if I wanted to throw a second Mounting Anger, which is probably something worth doing. 6, you can't kill me. I don't care if you get a counter because I am going to force you to block, which I think means I am using Garland here. So this hand is Break Garland, Mounting Anger from Arsenal, into Emberblade, into Mounting Anger Red, into Blaze Headlong, into Phoenix Flame, into Salt the Wound. The gold foils used to be a lot more expensive. Used to be a lot more desirable, a lot more rare. You're playing Agile Wind-Up. That's some spicy tech. They just don't hold that same appeal as they used to. If opponent's gonna like block out here, then I will arsenal the Salt the Wound. I'm not so committed to like salting this turn that I'm gonna throw it for 2 or 3. I want 4 from the salt, especially I still have rakes in the deck. I'm banking this fealty. Like, I have good turns lined up. Opponent letting this hit says that they are very attached to their hand, and here's the fun thing for us, is that they will not get to keep it. This Phoenix Flame hit, Salt comes in for 5, and should just win the game. Get there. Dory Salt. Goodbye, Dory Hand. Yeah, exactly. It's the 20 damage turn. Where were my rakes? Ooh, this was about to be not a good... Oh, no. What would this hand have done? So if I arsenal the Salt the Wound, my hand says I brand, Demo Devo, Blaze Headlong, Phoenix Flame, maybe Salt, we'll see. The problem is that this hand is like so bad. The double rake can't turn on Emberblade. I don't have Go Again. I would need to Fealty, Chuko, Pouncing Paws, Tiger for 4, Emberblade for, Tiger for 4, Emberblade for 5, Phoenix Flame for 3, use the second fealty that I just got from Demo Devo to snatch for 6. All right, you know what? Honestly, that hand is fair. Honestly, that both rakes get 4 value. I threaten 4, 9, 12, 19 damage with a draw. Okay, 4-card 19 with a draw at the end is pretty good, actually. Actually, that hand is insane. Yeah, so far, Fi feels good. So far, Fi is doing cool, impressive things that I like that my deck is capable of doing. All right, here we go. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how we do against Guardian, against Patrak. Boarded out Salt, boarded out Yellow Brand. We're playing the Flame Call Awakening. I'm seeing if I can get there with just like a really big turn. Hey, this hand sucks. I'm seeing if I can get there with just like a really big turn. But that might be too cute for what Fi seems to be capable of, which is just very consistent damage, very consistent output. Having access to good equipment is also just so huge in this format. Fi having that, just having so many good cards is really nice. Yeah, the ninja equipment is just very solid. Shuko and Pouncing Paws have already been great, and Fi isn't even the best one at using them. Ira can pretty easily use Blood Scent, and that it makes sense that Ira is doing so well in the format right now. This hand gets to do Ronin Renegade, pitch Mounting Anger for Flame Call, find a Phoenix Flame, pitch the Phoenix Flame for Mounting Anger, play Phoenix Flame. I'm not arsenaling a card. Interesting hand. This hand is interesting. I think I'm just doing Mounting Anger because I want to set up. I can do good, consistent damage if I don't set up, but I think it is in my best interest for what my deck is trying to do. I want to try to set up the 5-card Flame Call Rake turn. I'm going to give it a try. Opponent gives me a full-ass card here. That's really good. I was just expecting Civic Steps. Play the Ronin Renegade, arsenal the Flame Call. Opponent's tension is on 2. If it was on 1, I'd be a little more concerned about keeping an arsenal because I would expect to need to deal with Disable, which I might still need to, but at least here it isn't like Disable for a billion. Crippling Crush for 9. My first action costs an additional 1. I don't benefit from this Quicken, so I am going to take 9, go to 11. This brand is going to cost 1. I bank a Fealty. I also go brand for 1, Flame Call for 1, find a Phoenix Flame. Brand costs 1, float 2. Flame Call Awakening, find a Phoenix Flame, float 1. Demonstrate Devotion. Bank a Fealty, activate 5, Phoenix Flame, pitch the Phoenix Flame, Fealty, Art of Dragonfire. Seems reasonable. It's not setting up, but it does push a ton of damage. And I don't keep an arsenal, which is fine because of tension in the air. So we brand. I sadly don't have a way to have brand turn on Dragonfire if I still want to get my Flame Call effect. I am intending to pitch my second Phoenix Flame. My second Flame Call Awakening will still have an effect, which I am very interested in. Opponent giving us cards here feels very good, since this is ahead of their tension in the air about to pop. It's blue tension, so it isn't like insane if they're just throwing hammer, but still. Throw this Phoenix Flame first. It doesn't super matter which Phoenix Flame I pitch. I had the 3 Draconic Links, so I could have picked up a Phoenix Flame and then pitched it. There is no world where I'm just sitting on this Quicken. Much as I'm like, ooh, I could arsenal this Dragonfire and then maybe do something. No. We just push damage. Still have all of our equipment. Even up the life total. So far, the setup thing is not going well. And that may just mean it isn't something I'm supposed to be doing. God, this card is so good. I do just get hit by the boulder drop, unfortunately. What am I topping? I'm topping Blaze Headlong. And I just do a very simple 3-3-1-4. Average action, let's go. Fablazing, I need you to get Silver Age stats so that I can tell people to go to Fablazing using the Daily Fab Gameplay link and actually get like Silver Age stuff. When are you going to do it, my guy? We need Silver Age stats. Very cool. Thank you for Fablazing. Fablazing is great. If you're not using Fablazing for... What? Classic Constructed, Living Legend, Blitz. Fablazing has all the data on like win rates between heroes. Tournament data is especially nice. You can look at paper stats, which I find much more important than Talishar stats, to determine like if you're having trouble with certain matchups. Jesus, what cards should you be playing to make those matchups better? Is your hero really favored? Like, interesting the difference between Talishar and paper as well. Like, Talishar stats say that Syndra is, I guess, significantly, not significantly, but like 5% favored over Verdance compared to paper, where she is not. Syndra is not favored over Verdance, which is my experience as well. Love to have it, and I could have it, but I'm not sure if LSS would like it. Well, we've got Garland. When you attack with Flamecall Awakening, if you've played another red card this turn, you may search your deck for a Phoenix Flame. Crush the Weak here is not good for us. I wish that I could block. Now I feel bad having used my equipment, because I'd really love to keep 4 cards. Block like that. I get to go Garland, Rake, Flame Call, Phoenix. I mean, this Rake is still going to be +4. I need to make this block, but it would be nice if I got to keep Bittering Thorns. So play Rake, play Garland, or use Garland. Flame Call Awakening, finds Phoenix Flame. I'm pushing 4, 7, 12, 14 damage here. It's not bad. Bravo has to give us at least 2 cards, possibly 3. It's a shame that we don't have a fealty so that I could Tiger here as well. Always want to stay on LS's good side, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a sanctioned format now. They're supporting it. They're printing product for Silver Age. So I don't see why they would have a problem with it. For something like a Project Blue or like Clash, yeah, I could see them maybe having an issue with it. I can see Phi power in this format. I've been really impressed by Phi, and this is still like not even the ideal build. This is still my week 1 build, where I'm like, oh, I think maybe I can do Flame Call Awakening, and now I'm like, after this game where I'm bringing Flame Call in because I want to combo off on Bravo, I'm thinking, well, maybe not Bravo. That it's whittling down the list of decks I think I'm trying to combo off on, to the point where, well, what if I just cut that and put in a better card? And we Phoenix Flame. Bravo, please give me another card. I would appreciate it oh so much. Thank you. Crush the Weak, solid pickup for us. As long as our hands function, we will win. I can give Blade Beckoner and Cinder Skin. Yeah, now we get to do the really good 5-3 card hand of Ronin, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst. Sadly, did not get to benefit from my Tiger this game. Wish the Hunted had any Phi support instead of completely new Draconic Archetype. So it does have Phi support. It isn't as good as it is for Syndra, but Demonstrate Devotion and Display Loyalty are both very strong. Dragonfire I really like, and this is for CC. It's also very good in Silver Age. The big one is Rake Over the Coals, which is a card that I was sleeping on in Constructed. It's nuts. The card is insane. The card is really good. Rake Over the Coals in Phi, the floor is a 0 for 4. The ceiling is like 7. We got 7 out of it last game. On the big combo turn. And we even walked through a line of like, the hand was Rake, Blue, Snatch, and I had Tearing Shuko and Pouncing Paws with a Fealty. Break Fealty, use the Shuko and the Paws. We will give our opponent a good game. It was break Fealty, break Shuko, break Paws, Tiger for 0, Tiger for 2, double Rake, Tiger for 4, into Emberblade for 5, into Phoenix Flame for 3, into break second Fealty Snatch for 6. It's like a 4-card 19 where we draw a card at the end. I'm very impressed with Phi. But he did get support. It does suck that like Syndra was more of the supported archetype, but Phi definitely got some tools. Ellie Bird won a Pro Quest with Phi. Ooh, the original ninja. I get to use my ninja board against an actual factual ninja. We will go first, of course. Submit deck. I learned more for new than for Ira, but our Blade Beckoner, we kind of want to use it to block something that isn't a Kodachi, and then save the second charge to block a Kodachi. Very afraid of Ira in this format. I'm really interested to see how this game goes. I don't think I've gotten an Ira game yet. She just has really good cards. All right, this hand is not so much good. This hand is a little worse. I have a few lines I could take. I do want to get one of these out of my hand, so I could like pitch to Phi, pick up my Phoenix Flame. Phoenix Flame for 0, Rake. Emberblade. Nah, we're just going to Emberblade here. We're just going to get this card out of our this blue out of our hand. Arsenal the Rake Over the Coals. Hold on to everything else. Professional opinion, 0 for 7 seems good. Rake is great. Rake is very good. Let's see if we can beat Ira. We are off to a bad start. We are off to a worse start. These are not the hands we need to be seeing. Which means that we might just be like blocking out this turn. Definitely don't need to block the Kodachi for 1. Bittering Thorns for 5 means that I am putting 6 in front of this. I am intending to just block this turn. That isn't true. I'd like to play this Snatch if I could, to push a little damage. I will take Kodachi for 1. Cut through for 4. We say no blocks. I put Wax on in front of this. And no follow-up. Cool. So I get to just Snatch for 4. There's no, like the on-hit here doesn't matter. I could clear my Rake, but I'm not going to. We're just threatening damage. We've drawn, the first hand didn't matter because it's turn 0. The second hand we drew was very bad. Oh God. I hate that. Opponent giving us all of their armor means that we're gonna die. This hand is also not great. This hand functions. This just isn't a good... Right, I should say that. This hand is good. We get to go Rising, Emberblade, Bittering Thorns, Snatch, I can either rake in there too, just send 3 so that the Snatch does something at the end of the turn. This just isn't a great rake hand. I suppose I could Garland, Brand, Bittering, Resentment, Phoenix Flame, Snatch. I'm going to put my Shuko in front of this. I just have the feeling that there is potentially a even bigger than that in this hand. And I would like to make it difficult for my opponent to get value from it. Fine, opponent. You are allowed to do whatever you want. This is really bad. And we got punished for blocking the Kodachi there too. Like, opponent's drawing the nuts. Yeah, break all your shit. I'm just taking damage. Like, this hand doesn't block well at all. Opponent gets to do whatever they want. Let's see what else you're going to do to me. Sure. Oh my god. Humble? Do I care about getting humbled? Sort of, but not really. Ira's nuts. This hero is really good. You want to talk about a hero that needs bans. It's something in Ira, and we haven't even seen, like, Whirling Mist Blossom yet. And the equipment is all solid, too. So we go to 5. I lose my hero power, which is fine. I am going to just Rising Resentment, Emberblade, Bittering Thorn, Snatch. That isn't true. I'm going to Bittering Thorns first. I could break my Garland and play Rising Brand Bittering, so I could rake in there too. I don't see that that's, like, the best thing for me to do. Maybe it is. Oh, opponent wants to enable chat. What do you have to say, opponent, about your nuts turn that did 16, turned off my hero power, and did things that I didn't want to have happen to me? That was a tough brick hand near the start. I've drawn poorly this whole game. Also, losing the die roll, the ninja mirror. Sure. So the Bittering Thorns first. Opponent is already counting their win, which I don't blame them because they can just no block this entire turn and then kill me. Rake here is only 3 because I don't get to pick up a Phoenix Flame this turn. Suppose if I really wanted to push more damage, I could Brand. Yeah, let's pretend that I'm capable of pushing more damage this turn, like actually threatening my opponent's life total. I'm not, but let's pretend that I am. We get to put our opponent to 2. Like, this was a 5-card 18. Even that isn't great. And if we got to 5 here, we would be threatening lethal. Alright, take an opponent off cards. Maybe we're... Oh my god. Give our Blade Beckoner here, just in case this is even bigger than that. This hand sucks, but we do need to keep it. Looking for a scrap for 4, so I don't get to keep my hand. which means I need to... How do I push the most damage? Mounting Anger, Ember Blade, Lava Burst is potentially 10. This is always 9? Okay. Wow, this hand was almost good. Sending this also means I get to pick up an Arsenal of the Phoenix Flame. Not that I think that will matter, but, you know, play towards maybe we don't just die here. Seems unlikely, but maybe we don't just die here. If we could somehow have worked another resource into that turn so that we could Phoenix Flame, we get to threaten life to lethal. A lot of draws that are just a little... Alright. 13 to our opponent's 14.25. I mean, we had a big turn, but yeah, this was not great. We stumbled early, and Ira's just Ira. We get to go second this game, still doing the ninja board. Submit deck, see what happens. I have not seen any display loyalties today. This hand is very good. I probably, like, where was this hand last game? Going first. I have to block with Blaze Headlong here. Just thinking of how is my hand still functional based on what Ira does with the rest of her turn. I could take the 1 here. Like, I'm assuming this is the end of Ira's turn. I don't want to give up my blue so I can Ember Blade and play any 1-cost I draw. And I don't want to give up my starter in case I don't draw a new one. So I think I am going to block with armor there, which is I'm probably not supposed to. Well, shit. That's not great. I'm going to play it. It's not good. I'm going to go 3, 3, 2, 1, 4. Now I wish I had blocked with my blue. Maybe I was supposed to, just because I have Garland in case I draw a 1-cost. I can always fix a weird hand. We have the distinct advantage of going second in an aggro mirror. So I don't feel terrible about my position, even with this Cinderskin Devotion being pretty bad. There's a world where I Arsenal the Snatch just to keep 5, but I'd rather force Ira to give me another card. Especially if she's giving me all of her equipment now. Oh, I wonder if Ira has another big turn planned. Snatch here is great, though. Snatch here, Snatch at the end of the big chain is really good. There's your wax on. Makes sense. Another reason why Ninja is a very strong class in this format, because they have their own D-React. This hand is very good. Scar for a Scar? Wow. I can see the vision. This is looking pretty nuts already. I'm a big fan of aggro Ira that I'm seeing. Jesus. Give Flick back. Yes, yes. Bunch of stuff happens. Break Blood Scent, why not? This hero is kind of a problem, isn't she? Just consistently high damage turns with all of the equipment that works very well together. I didn't have to block that. It's fine. I don't have a way to give Dragon Power or Lava Burst go again, so we do just send this hand. I will have an extra resource that I don't have anything to do with. I bank a fealty. I still have Garland. I just need time. But if my opponent's blocking this brand, that makes me feel pretty good. Am I trying to set up a 5-card hand? I don't think so. I think I'm just trying to convince my opponent to give me cards. I mean, there's a world where I arsenal the Phoenix Flame there. The 1 point doesn't super matter. Opponent keeping 3. Oh, another Wax On. Sure. Oof. Opponent actually getting full value out of the Wax On? That's pretty gross. This hand sucks. Prowl for 3 that I need to block is going to become Pouncing Paws for 2 that I need to block. Okay. No. I'm not going to play this game out. Good game. Yeah, okay. Cool, so Ira just does that consistently. Seems good. Seems like a fun, balanced hero to exist in this format. Maybe that's just what I'll play next week on the stream, is Ira. We'll just play what is apparently the best deck. Yeah, Ira looking pretty gross. The equipment just fixes everything. She can play Blood Scent well enough because with the Ira ability, she will always get ninja build. Not trying to combo. I think Wax On is going to be fine. You play 0-cost arrows. Ira will always get value out of her Pouncing Paws, unlike me, where unless I'm on fealty with Rake, the Tiger is 0. And then she will always get value out of her chest because she can just get 1 out of her boots whenever she needs it and then get the resource out of the chest. Yeah, Ira's looking pretty busted. And it makes sense because of the Round the Table product, right? Like, she got dedicated support for a 40-card format. Yeah, this hand just pushes damage. Arsenals this Wax On. I'm kind of not expecting any of this damage to get through, but we will strip Ira's hand of things that Azalea's hand, hopefully of things she needed. And then, yeah, we have to arsenal this D-React. I'm expecting to push 1 point of damage here. I'm expecting that Azalea will put these 2 cards in front of this Mounting Anger. Indeed. And we pick up our Phoenix Flame. And, I mean, you know, not the worst start for going first into Azalea, which I like doing because I don't want to give her the arsenal. And I don't want to give her a potential just turn 0, like, blow me up. This hand is almost good, but I don't have a starter besides this brand with Cinderclaw, so I can't do brand Dragon Power. Ace with Frailty into, are you going to Azalea me? No, it's just Hamstring Shot for 8 with Frailty tied to it. So I would take 5, be frail. I'm not going to play my D-React. Thanks for the games, man. I was the Ira, been working on her for a while. I originally had a full Tiger build, but changed it to just good cards Ira. She's like, the fact that you did the big, like, 19 turn twice in a row makes me think that that's just what she does, which is, I think, problematic. She could probably be adjusted, but yeah, she's just a very strong deck. I think we take 5 here. get Frail, which doesn't super matter. I'm just going to do Brand, Demonstrate, Phoenix Flame, send 7 damage, and bank a fealty, which is important, and I don't need to wax on here. I saw the graph of, like, most popular hero with win rate, and Ira was, like, the far right corner of most played hero and highest win rate, and there wasn't anyone even close to her, which to me says this hero needs adjustments in some way. I'm very curious to see how LSS balances this format, since it's new. It's something that I think is in their best interest for them to push, because even if we're just looking at Talishar games, like who is playing what format, Silver Age is way more popular than Living Legend. It's way cheaper to get into. I know at least one person, aside from myself, I am one of these people, who at this point prefers Silver Age to Classic Constructed. I think that this format is really something special, and I'm very curious to see what LSS does with it. We already know that they're going to print a bunch of new equipment for heroes, which is good. This hand is tragic. This hand lacks a starter. If this Rake was like Brand, this would be really good. What did you just do? 4 go again? That's what I think I'm going to do with this hand. I would like to block something. You Azalea this in. Okay, the next arrow is not going to have Dominate. So what I'd like to do is, like, if I could block with this, this, and this, Garland, Fealty, my Dragonfire, and then Arsenal Rake, I think I'm in a good spot. I don't want to put 6 in front of the Swift Shot. I think what I'm going to do is put 5 in front of the Swift Shot, because I can get full value from my Wax On. And I'm not expecting to need to block from Arsenal on this next arrow. I did rip the gold foil. It was a Starfall. It was literally the only gold foil I didn't want to open. Because it's the only gold foil that I already have one of that I am going to keep. So it was not ideal. Also wasn't like Snapdragon Scalers or Mask of Momentum. Oh my god, I forgot that you get to keep going. Jesus. This was a pretty good Azalea turn. Was this like her big turn? Does she get to do this again? Drill Shot doesn't matter. Yeah, you don't get to break any of my stuff, and everything blocks 1 against a hero with no weapon anyway. So we go Garland, Fealty, Dragonfire. That was a really sick Azalea turn. She got to do Swift Shot into Bolton Shot into Drill Shot. Well, it's actually hilarious. I know. It isn't the worst pull, definitely. Starfall's on the back foot right now, but if Silver Age takes off, or if CC Aurora, the new CC Aurora gets to use old Starfall, and like it'll sell. I can find a buyer for it, but yeah, now I just have 2 Starfalls. Like, sick. I haven't seen Snaps or Links yet once this season. I haven't seen them this season. I've only seen 1 Snapdragon in person. Ooh, this hand is good. Blue 1 time? Damn it. If I don't have to block with this hand probably just wins the game. I get 1, 2, I get 6 out of my Rake. Okay. Are you going to make me block? Ooh, Hamstring Shot is really bad. Ooh, and I have to block too? Okay, this is terrible. I think we lose this game now. Wow, if it's anything but Hamstring Shot, I think we can get there. So block with Demo Devo, I guess. Go to 1. No, I've seen a different Snaps opened. Yeah, Hamstring Shot there is brutal. This doesn't matter. I'm still going to get 4 out of my rake. I'm still going to force Azalea to block with at least some cards. But definitely in a bad spot. We're also at 1, so any Dominate arrow kills us. But I get to push 9 damage. Azalea has to give me another card. Like, no, we're not going to get there. Her 3 arrow turn was really good to put us into a position where we had to block with a card from hand. Which cost us 4 points on our big rake turn here. Still has 1 point left on the Blade Beckoner boots. I don't think she might not even have had to give us a card if she didn't want to. No, I'm fully expecting that we're just dead. We came close. Maybe we were supposed to go second and just hope that Azalea can't dominate us. There's no red in the ledger, so it's not like we get turbo rolled. Now, this hand is also very bad. Drill shot for 10, we die. Wow. Fun. 17.33. And we were doing all right. Yeah, I definitely think we can make some adjustments to this deck. I think Flame Call is probably not something we need to be doing. So we could just free up some space for other cards. I don't know what we needed in that game. Like, we were playing our D-Reacts. I guess On the Horizon could have been good into Azalea. But, like, if we're cutting Flame Calls, I think we have to keep this second Phoenix Flame for fatigue games. If we're cutting the Flame Calls, I don't know what we're supposed to put in instead. Like, I don't know what Fi is missing that he gets access to in Silver Age. This deck is strong. It can do cool things, but we're missing stuff. Hey, Cabanos, good game. Your triple arrow turn was nuts. I didn't think Azalea was capable of doing that, but that was gross. I hated that. And then not having a blue to pay through the hamstring shot. If it had been anything besides hamstring shot, I think you would have lost. As I would have gotten to keep enough cards to, especially with the Rake in Arsenal, I would have gotten to Ronin Renegade, you block 3, Rising Resentment, you maybe block 3, and then I Rake over the coals, banish my Demonstrate Devotion, and then play the Demonstrate Devotion, so I get, like, my full hand. I think even if you give me a Blood Rot Pox, I can kill you before it goes off. Do I have any tips from the last game? Yeah, if you can do 3 arrow turns in every single game you play, that's really good. I recommend doing that specifically. Hey, this hand sucks. That isn't true. This hand is fine. I do need to use this Flame Call Awakening to start my turn, which, like, isn't terrible, but not what I'm playing Flame Call Awakening for. Sledge for 6. Your equipment blocks a total of 4 at one time. I do need to care about that. You're going to get to make a Might out of this. As much as I want to play Snatch, I am going to... We're also now turbo losing the Fatigue race. Did I choose to go second this game? I definitely shouldn't have. Yeah, we're super behind on Fatigue now. This is a 4-point Rake turn. I don't think that's quite good enough. I think we can Arsenal the Rake here. We're going to bank a fealty from Display Loyalty. So I think we're going to be okay. I mentioned a few minutes ago that your Tiger is always 0 if you don't have a fealty. Doesn't Arm still make it 2 in it? That's true. No, you're right. The Arms can make it 2. I don't want to do that. I want to save all of my stuff for, like, Rake. But you're right. Yes, the arms will always make it too. I still don't think Blood Scent is right in Fi. Because I think I do want to have flexibility in how I generate my resource. I don't want to have to do it on the Tiger turn. But yes, you're right. If you include it, you also have 2 value the afterbox. No, you're right. I forgot about the Shuko giving +2. It's just because it isn't what I want to be doing. Another hand that really is... Okay, you know what? No. Sorry, the Tiger fixes it. So here we block 2. As well block 4 even. I get my Beckoner value. So I get to go Fealty, Shuko, Pouncing Paws, Tiger, Rake, into Emberblade, Demo Devo, Phoenix Flame. I'm going to Garland here and then Dragonfire and Arsenal a Snatch. Alright, this turn's going to be sick. Alright, never mind. Sorry, Andrew, you're right. We're about to see when these get really good. And this is where, okay, yeah, Blood Scent would have been sick here. Break all my stuff. I should have just clicked all this at the same time. I don't know why I, like, slow-rolled this. Alright, everyone get ready. We're doing the fun turn. Also, our opponent might block with Civic Steps at some point, and then I need to be aware that I go again. We're raking. Wow. We do big rakes. I'm supremely interested in getting blocked by Civic Steps this turn. Let's see if our opponent wants to do us a favor and let us just fucking blow up. Sirens of Safe Harbor is cheating. You're not supposed to gain life. Block with civvies. Block with civvies. They didn't block with civvies. That's fine. We're still getting to do the big turn. And we get to Arsenal a Snatch even. And we're threatening lethal. And if our opponent gives us Civic Steps here, then we get to start our next turn with Snatch for 4 go again. Opponent takes 3, goes to 2, gains 1 from side. Never mind. We'll stay at 5. And then burns 2 mites. After Peter's list from his recent success on Syndra, I'm up to all 3 Rake in my Syndra board and CC. I agree. Yeah, it's... Ooh, I've never seen that. Is that what you're supposed to do with Helm? That's sick. Yeah, Rake is really good in Syndra. I'm very impressed with that card. We still have a Flame Call in our deck, so I'm going to pitch the Phoenix Flame to start. So I get to go Mounting Anger. I wish I could stagger the mounting so that it'll get blocked later. Ooh, opponent, are you going to do me a kindness and let me get a 1 for 5 and an additional breakpoint on my display loyalty? Slap happy. Alright, I'll take it. I did get 5 points out of my Mounting Anger. Yeah, I'm very impressed with Rake. I play it against Guardians, slow matchups, especially the Earth Heroes, and it's been great every time, especially because I'm on Mask of the Pouncing Links to the Earth Heroes. So you send like a Ronin Renegade up front, they block 3, you Rake, you get your 1 point over, and then you get to trigger your momentum to find your Lava Burst. It's nuts. I really enjoy that combo. Opponent, would you like to die? This is sad too. I know Narbnod. If there was anyone I was going to high roll, I wish it wasn't someone I know in real life. We bank a quick in here. Like, this is great. Opponent's going to burn this Vigor. Imagine if opponent hadn't broken the Helm of Eisenloft on the last turn. Hey, it's on the horizon is really not what we wanted to see. Especially because I get to just convert this hand. I guess I'm going to IP1 on this on the horizon. I'm just sending 3-3-1-5. I could pitch the on the horizon now. Like, I could activate Phi, pitch on the horizon Brand. Just to get it out of my hand. You know what? I am supposed to do that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, On the Horizon does not have the benefit. Oh, I hope you can all hear this really cool person outside my window riding their stupid little dirt bike. Sadly, this is the downside of On the Horizon not being wax on. Again, maybe that's the takeaway from playing On the Horizon so much, is like, this should just be a better card. This should just be a D-React. A Lava Burst. If I can just keep taking my opponent's hand every turn, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Because eventually the Phoenix Flame is going to get me there. We've also practically caught up on deck density. We are now 2 cards behind our opponent. Oh, this hand sucks. This hand does weirdly okay. Get to Mounting Anger, Flame Call Awakening, Phoenix Flame, and now I have 2 Phoenix Flames in my graveyard, which is how it is the anti-fatigue tech in Fi. You are always able to turn 2 blues into 4 damage, which maybe we'll see it in this game. I will also get to push 1 and 1. Sadly, no Tiger Stripe Shuko in Silver Age. The second Phoenix Flame only comes in for 1, but I am going to get 2 cards out of my Terra's hand. So this is going fine. Fi and Silver Age seems to have the same thing as Syndra in Classic Constructed, where you cannot passively fatigue them. So if Terra's plan is just like block and sledge when I stumble, that just doesn't happen. Terra cannot just block out and keep me off of doing my things. Draconic Ninjas are very resilient to passive fatigue, because we always have a way to get our cards out of graveyard. No, Siren's a safe harbor. This is all cheating. I mean, I'll happily take 2 cards. Hey, it's... The fealty makes this hand function. Yeah, the fealty makes this hand function. Revert to the start of the turn. Is there a way that I can do something with this Dragon Power? Yes, I get to go 4/4/5. I do get to do something with this fealty. And if either of these Bittering Thorns hits, the next one becomes much better. You're up tremendous. And we get to come in for 5, and if our opponent cannot block at least 4 of it, they die. Get in there, Fi. 13 value per turn. We had the 1 big turn with the rake for 6. Rake over the colds is sick. Really good game, Brandon. Yeah, that was... I was concerned when you went first and then sledged me and I just had to give you 3 cards. I'm like, wow, I'm super far behind on fatigue. And then all of my hands after that were, like, good enough. Oh, and getting stranded with a pummel and arsenal. Yeah, I just didn't... I never gave you space. I've had bricky games today, so, like, the deck can absolutely brick. But this game, fortunately, it did manage to do just enough. Yeah, the 22 damage turn that took you down so low, followed by the 15 damage turn that got 5 cards out of you. Like, the deck was just... It was humming. Let's give you all 1 more game, and then I will go... I thought Rake was banned in Sage. Rake is not banned in Sage. Stubby Hammerers is banned in Sage, which is kind of the same thing. We want to go first against Chain. Put in Arcane Polarities. Put in Brands. Put in Salt. We're not trying to do any combo things. We want to go first against Chain so that he can't just start with, like, a Rune Chant. This hand is really good. I just don't know if I'm trying to rake this early. So I get to go Brand, Emberblade, Phoenix Flame, Salt. I think I just pass. I don't believe Chain can do anything at instant speed on my turn. Ooh, is this? This is not helpful. Because I, 1, can't give Go again to Salt the Wound, but 2... Oh, Rake the Embers is banned. That makes sense why I haven't seen it in any draw my lists. Okay, thank you. I forgot about that. 5 Go again. I don't think I need to block this. Actually, black. Text for 3. Yeah, I don't need to block this. Yeah, Rake Over the Coals is a different card. This is Rake Over the Coals, which is not banned. And is also extremely good. Galaxy for 1. Oh, because you haven't done the thing. Actually. Give you a Sorry, which is somewhere. Sorry. I do need to block with my armor. I don't need to block with all of it. I'm still going to play around the Galaxy Black attacking for 3. But I can block with Pouncing Paws here. I can save Blade Beckner and Shuko to block Galaxy for 3. Galaxy for 1 says that I block with the Shuko. That was the thing. I needed to have blocked with both, because I'm going off this turn. I am not going off with Dragonfire, because I don't have a starter if I don't play the brand. Should downshift Felling, apply to rare. Earth needs a meta to be good. Earth is fine. Get to brand. I'm going to go off with Shuko and Pouncing Paws here. I didn't have a fealty to, like, start. This is fine. I think I can go ahead and just push damage and, like, be okay with it. I started playing last year, way past draw my LLing. Now, I mean, this format is still brand new. I'm not going to give everyone grief for like, wow, how dare you not know exactly what's happening in this format? Like, no, you're good. Ebb and Fold, speaking of equipment, we were talking a while ago about equipment that I think could be banned in Silver Age. Ebb and Fold is one of them as well, where with Chain and Vinset, this just says pay 1, draw a card. I've hit 3 times. Salt attacks for 5, Dragonfire attacks for 5. I'll just Salt here. I think getting my 5 from Salt is better than spending my resource for Dragonfire, especially because I still have brands in my deck. Do I play Rise Up? I do not play Rise Up. I think that card is not good. His hand is pretty solid. Flying High. Next attack, this turn gets +1. Gets Go again. If it's red, it gets +1. Rip Through Reality is... This is just 5 Go again. Okay, so you're going 5 Go again into 3, deal 1 Arcane. Yes. I don't need to block this. The question is, am I supposed to... Oh, no, I have Garland. Yeah, I am supposed to play Arcane Polarity. All right, you attack me with... Galaxy? I don't block with my Helm because I do want to take 1 Arcane. Because I do want to play Arcane Polarity. Go to 13. That means I'm supposed to block something else with Blade Beckner Helm against Chain specifically. So I can block Galaxy for 1. I need to break my Garland because I am going to Rising Resentment, Searing Emberblade, Demo Devo, Phoenix Flame, Break Fealty, Dragonfire. We are pushing big damage this turn. Yeah, I think Rise Up is too cute. It's only, like, it's 1 for 5 Dominate or 1 for 7 Dominate if you do the thing. And I don't feel confident that I'm doing the thing very often. I don't want to play 2 Phoenix Flames in most matchups. I'm considering cutting Flame Call Awakening, which would make Rise Up even worse. If I can strip Chain's hand here, I feel really good. Because he won't have an easy way to play Blood Debt cards from Banish, which means that he's just losing life. This hand is threatening 12 more damage. 4 into 1 into 7. And none of Chain's equipment blocks. So I don't believe I am killing Chain this turn, but I'm coming awfully close. Put Chain to 3. I take this last card, which if it's a 3 block, then Chain... Okay, well, Chain just dies. If it was a 3 block, he goes to 1, and then the Blood Debt kills him. But, like, we also... I'm not saying that Ira's the only ninja capable of doing 19 a turn. I'm just saying, like, my experience with Fi is he doesn't always do 19 a turn, and the 2 Ira games she did do 19 a turn. Maybe that's uncommon, and Ira just got lucky twice, but Ira seems much more consistent in doing the big thing than Fi is. But Fi does get to do his really big turns, so I think there's something to this deck for sure. I was also very impressed with Kayo. I've been impressed with Aurora so far. The reason I didn't play her today is I think she's solved. I'm going to put out a deck tech for her later this week to just show you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm not going to count all of these. I'm just trying to compare. Yeah, like, if we're looking at what formats do I think LSS could support, what do I think they should support? For one thing, there are 8 total Living Legends game going. Silver Age has way more than that. So as far as what do I think LSS should be doing, CC probably still their main workhorse. I wish there were foil options for Pouncing Paws that wasn't only the gold foil. Yeah. I think LSS supports CC for sure. Still the most popular format. And then once Silver Age kind of gets a footing and starts getting some dedicated support, I could really see Silver Age taking off as the premier format. Especially when Classic Instructed frankly needs some bans. It's just been the same format for 2 sets. And that's really depressing. And I think that's why Silver Age is as popular as it is. It feels so wide open and so fresh. And I've really enjoyed playing it, and hopefully you've all enjoyed watching it. I know you, Zach. Hopefully you've all enjoyed watching today. I'm going to call it for now. Been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you all for being here. Everyone who stopped by. I'll just show you again. 2 gold foil Starfalls now. I owned one from the previous meta, a previous ProQuest, and then just opened a second Starfall for my gold foil pack. So I guess at some point I'll be trying to sell one or something. I don't know. Only gold foil I didn't want to open. I hope they're a bit more happy to ban things in Sage, but I like it overall. Have a good one. I also am hoping for a few bans. We'll see what they do. Thank you all 33 of you who are still here. Thank you all 279 of you who stopped by. Looking forward to playing more Silver Age. I'll be streaming again on Thursday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. I don't know if it'll be Silver Age or Living Legend. One of the two. Not Classic Instructed. Looking forward to seeing some of you again then. Hope you enjoyed this. Until the next time I see you, have a great day and take care.